जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्व गिरिधारी राधा ललित माधव जू की जय। रधरमन बिहारी रध विनोद बिहारी रधनयन बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। रध दामोदर रध श्याम सुंदर रध गोकुल नंद राधरमन जू की जय। कृष्ण बलराम महाराज की जय। श्री भगवान नृसिम्हदेव की जय। भक्त प्रवर श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। परम गुरुपाद पद्म की जय। श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरि बोल। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पवनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। आनन्दलीलमय विग्रहाय मबुदिव्य च विसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। नित्यानन्द नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानन्दप्रदायिने कलोकल्मषनाशाय जन्मपतये नमः। अजनुलम्बितभुजो कनकवदातो सङ्कीर्तनायकपितरो कमलायताक्षं विश्वम्भरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। कनकजलदगात्रो नीलशोणाब्जनेत्रो मृगमधुवरबालो मालतिकुन्दमाल तरलतरुणवेशो नीलपीताम्बरेशो स्मरनिभृतनिकुञ्जे राधिका कृष्णचन्द्रो। तवैवास्मि न जीवमि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं नय मम चरणन्तिके। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री नृसिंह जय नृसिंह जय जय नृसिंह प्रहलाद देश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग। नमस्ते नरसिंह प्रह्लादलाददायिने हिरण्यकशिपोर्वक्षः शीलतङ्कनाकवे अगीशयस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्ते हृदये संवितं नृसिंहमहं भजे। इतो नृसिंह परतो नृसिंह यतो यतो मिततो नृसिंह बहिर्नृसिंह हृदय नृसिंह नृसिंहमादिं शरणं प्रपादे। So, first of all, my unlimited Dandavat Pranams to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, all the Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga, all the dear devotees who are watching us online or in recording, Dandavat Pranam. Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan. And so on the 17th May, there will be great festival of Nrisimha Caturdasi, the celebration of the appearance day of Lord Nrisimhadev. So Nrisimhadev is half man, half lion incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Nri means man and Simha means lion. Mm. So he's a very, very special protective incarnation of the Lord. So many avatars come and perform different functions for the welfare of the living entities in this world. So Lord Nrisimhadev is very important avatar. Mm. So along with Lord Krishna and Lord Rama, he is considered to be one of the three most important. Lord Nrisimhadev came long, long ago in Golden Age, Satya Yuga, many million years from now. Mm. Yeah. And he came to protect his eternal devotee Prahlad. So Prahlad was a boy, the son of a great demon, Hiranyakashipu. Okay, although Hiranyakashipu was a demon, he was a very great erudite scholar of Vedic scriptures. See, demon, but very educated. Yes, so all the Vedas were on his tongue, and he was very well versed in Sanskrit grammar. So when we were speaking about Lord Ram recently, we were speaking about Ram defeating Ravan. So Ravan and Hiranyakashipu were actually the same person in different incarnations, but that's a separate story. So Hiranyakashipu wanted to rule over all the creation, so he was performing great austerities for Lord Brahma. He was standing on his tiptoes with his arms upright like this, and he was meditating so hard and so long that the fire was evolving from the top of his head. Mhm. So ultimately, because of the great fire evolving from his head, all the world became very much disturbed, and the demigods, they asked Lord Brahma to help them. So Lord Brahma arrived at that spot on his swan carrier, and he couldn't notice Hiranyakashipu because Hiranyakashipu was hidden under a termite house. So long he was meditating that the termites ate all of his body. Hmm. So then Lord Brahma sprinkled some holy water from his vessel on his body, and Hiranyakashipu became young, strong, and beautiful. So then Brahma asked, "What do you want?" Hiranyakashipu said, "Oh, please make me mortal." "Oh, unfortunately, I cannot do that because I'm mortal myself," Lord Brahma said. He's the first created living entity in the universe. And but then Hiranyakashipu formulated his request in a very cunning way. "Please bless me that I will not die in the air, on the earth, or any lower and higher planet. Bless me that I will not be killed by any weapon or anything living or dead, by any man or animal created by you, Brahma, by a bird, snake, or other living creature." You please further bless me that I will not die during the day or night, during any month of the year, or either outdoors or indoors. So all the conditions he mentioned so that he would become sort of immortal. So then Hiranyakashipu was a great demon, but Prahlad was a great saint. So their opinions about the Lord were diametrically opposite. So Hiranyakashipu had 4 sons, and Prahlad was the youngest. So he admitted him into the school of Shukracharya, the guru of the demons, who was a complete materialist. So the disciples of Shukracharya, the teachers, Shanda and Amarka, were teaching Prahlad. So Shanda means bull. So big bull is very lusty and dangerous creature. And sometimes he goes mad also. And Arka means light. So Amarka means darkness, no light. So these two teachers, two brothers, they were in complete darkness. One like a bull and the other one like darkness. So Hiranyakashipu told them, "Oh, teach my boy all the great sciences of religious duties, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation." Liberation, liberation. Hmm. So then, after 4 or 5 months of school, Prahlad returned home. So, very nicely decorated, he was seated on the lap of his father. Hiranyakashipu lovingly smelled his hair and stroked his head and kissed him and asked, he said, "My dear son, you're so intelligent, so I'm so pleased with you. Please tell me the best thing you studied in your school. What is that?" And how father, demoniac father, was so much amazed when he heard from Prahlad. Matir Krishne Paratasvatova Mitho Bipadyeta Grihavratanam Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamisram Puna Punascharvita Charvananam. No, no, no. The first verse was different. The first thing he saw the Tatsadu Manye Suravarya Dehinam Sada Samudvignadhyam Asadgrahat Hitvatma Patam Grihamanda Kupam Vanam Tatoya Dharima Shrayeta. Prahlad Maharaj replied to his father. So he didn't call his father father. He was saying, "Oh, best of the demons." Ah, so any person who has accepted this temporary uh, body as a real thing is certainly embarrassed by anxiety. Why? Because he has fallen in the dark well of material life. That is the material concept of life. In this well-like material life, there's no water, but only suffering. So one should give up this position and go to the forest to take shelter of Lord Hari, Krishna. So more exactly, go to the forest. Forest means Van. Van, here it means Vrindavan, the holy place of Krishna. Yes. Ah, so um, one of our holy teachers comments on this verse. So what is that great well of material existence? Dark well. What is that? Once a man was in the forest and he heard the sound of a tiger, so out of fear he was escaping the tiger. So his eyes were looking for some shelter, and finally he noticed a blind well, an empty well, and he decided to hide there. Some grass and plants were growing outside of the well. So he took shelter of that well by taking, by holding two branches of the tree. Yeah. So the two branches of the tree were uh, in the well, actually. So he was holding on those two branches. So by hiding within the well, he was outside of the tiger's reach. But all of a sudden, he saw so many snakes on the bottom of the well. Okay, so the snakes raised their hoods and hissed, ready to bite him. Okay, so he was looking up and looking down and understood that his predicament only increased. So then he noticed that there were two rats, one black and one white. They were gnawing the branches of the tree he was holding on. Okay, so he understood that there was only a question of time before the branches would be eaten and he would fall into the pit of snakes. So there was great danger. So he had to either climb out and be eaten by the tiger, and or descend into the well and be bitten by the snakes. So he had no choice. His situation was very dangerous. He became very desperate, but all of a sudden he noticed a honeycomb on the branch of the tree. And because the tree was shaking, the honey from the honeycomb was dripping, and very, very close to his face, the honey was dripping down. Okay, so taking this opportunity to enjoy, he stuck out his tongue and took that honey into his mouth, finally. So he tasted some sweetness and he said, "Oh, how sweet, how sweet." So this allegorical story represents our present condition in this material world. So the man in the story exemplifies the soul who is attracted to this world. Okay, so death is persecuting us, following in our footsteps. So the tiger represents death. The snakes represent our many problems coming from all sides, one after another, like an ocean. Oh, this is the last of my problems, we think, and I will solve all my problems, but no, new and new problems come. Okay, so the two branches he was holding on represent the reactions of our fruitive activities, good and bad. Five, five. Okay, so um, these reactions combined represent the span of our lifetime. So the span of our life diminishes because the days and nights means the white rat and the black rat, they gnaw into the roots. So our life is about to finish. The roots are about to break. And amidst so many problems and dangers, one drop of honey, one drop of sense enjoyment falls on our tongues. And this drop is likened to momentary happiness of our life. So Prahlada Maharaj continued. He said, Matirna Krishne Parato Svatova Nitho Bipadyeta Grihavratanam Adanta Gobir Visatam Tamisram Puna Punascharvita Charvananam. So he said that materialistic persons, they simply chewing whatever has been chewed. Okay, so because their senses are not controlled, they're proceeding towards the dreadful hell of this material existence. Repeating and repeating the attempts to enjoy what has already been enjoyed, consumed. So the intelligence of such materialists cannot be turned towards Bhagavan by any means. Bhagavan means the Lord, okay? So, yeah, so by their own endeavor, by instruction of others, or by association of similar materialists, by any of these, the intelligence cannot be turned towards the Lord. Nate vidusvartagatim hi vishnam durashayaya bahirarthamanina andhaya tandar upaniyamanas tepisha tantriam urudam nibadha. So the persons who are strongly entrapped into enjoying of material life, they don't know what is the highest goal of life. Means Krishna Bhakti or devotion to Krishna, they don't know. Therefore, they accept a guru similar person as their guru. They accept a similar person like them, and it's like blind following the blind. So, as blind man guided by another blind man, they miss the right path and fall into a ditch. Okay. Naishammatistavadurukramangram sparshatyanartha pagamo yadartha. Mahiyasam padarajobhishekam nishkinchananam navrineta yavat. So, persons who are materially attached are absorbed in bodily identification. Okay. So, they fail to understand the necessity to free themselves from materialistic habits. Okay. So they don't want to smear themselves with the holy foot dust of great devotees of the Lord. Okay, and those great devotees, they are fully detached from sense enjoyment. Okay, so for such materialists, there is no possibility that their consciousness can touch the glories of Lord Krishna, his lotus feet. Okay, so then Hiranyakashipu, he became very angry because he understood that his enemy, Vishnu, has spoiled the boy's brain. Mhm. So, uh, then he told his guru's sons, the teachers, Shanda and Amarka, oh, please teach him again. Teach him about economic development and sense enjoyment. Okay, so he was very angry with them, and he again brought him back to school. So after coming back from school for the second time, he put him on his lap and asked, oh, my dear son, what is the most important thing that you learned at school? So, and you imagine how Hiranyakashipu was shocked when the little 5-year-old boy answered him with the following words. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. So, iti pumsarpita Vishnu Bhaktistenna Valakshana Kriyata Bhagavatyardha Tanmanyedhitamuttamam. Prahlada Maharaj said there are 9 processes of pure devotional service. Okay, that is hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Vishnu. And qualities. Okay, so remembering him. Okay, serving the lotus feet. Serving his lotus feet. Offering the Lord respectful worship. Offering prayers to the Lord. Okay, becoming his servant. Considering the Lord one's best friend. And surrendering everything unto him. So, one who has dedicated his life to the service of Guru and Krishna through these 9 processes of bhakti devotional service. So, is the topmost devotee and most learned because he has acquired perfect knowledge. So, by hearing this, his father was shocked, he was in fury. Hiranyakashipu became red hot with anger. So he was laughing and said, "Oh, I brought you into this world. Oh, Prahlad, I brought you into this world. I am the person who maintains you and takes care of you. So everything comes from me. How come you can be so ungrateful to your father? Instead, you take the side of our enemy, Vishnu. Prahlad, tell me, who has taught you about Vishnu? Could it be that your teachers, Shanda and Amarka, taught you about Vishnu?" So he turned to the teachers and he said, "Is that what you have taught my son?" "I instructed you to teach him practical matters for the material success. How could it happen that you taught him spiritual knowledge about Vishnu? I will punish you now, I'll cut your heads." So Shanda and Amarka began to tremble. "Oh, sir, we have not trained him in devotion of Vishnu. We do not know where he picked up this foolishness." Oh, Hiranyakashipu angrily questioned the boy. "Where did you learn this?" "Who visited the school? Maybe Narada or any other devotee of Vishnu. Speak the truth, otherwise I'll kill you." Okay. Then he ordered his 2 teachers, "Teach Prahlad again and teach him politics and diplomacy properly." Okay, so thereupon Shanda and Amarka took the boy back to school. So, yes. So, after that, Prahlad, yes, then after that, Prahlad returned and he quoted he said those words were already discussed. Those verses were already discussed. Okay. So finally, his father became very, very angry again. And he said, "Are you thinking that I'm so blind and foolish? Why are you thinking that you know better than my guru, Shukracharya, and his two sons, Shanda and Amarka? Okay, so how come you can be so foolish that you teach me about your God?" So Prahlad Maharaj remained totally fearless. And he boldly declared, "Yes, both of you are blind, your guru and you. Both of you are demons and therefore blind to the truth." Yeah, so you imagine how Hiranyakashipu was shocked to hear this from his own son. So Prahlad, uh, yeah, so Hiranyakashipu again, he was raged in anger. "Oh, I will punish you. I will now kill you with my own hands." Ah, sobstvene rukami. So the demon took up his sword and club, intending to kill Prahlad. So then he ordered his generals, "This boy should be put to death at once." Okay, so they were trying to kill Prahlad in different ways. They were trying to pierce his body, they were trying to poison him, and were trying other means, but all the means became completely impotent. Prahlad was totally intact because he was protected by Lord Vishnu. So all the methods failed, and Hiranyakashipu was giving his soldiers one command after another. Bring, bring mad elephants and let them attack him. Mad elephants could not do anything. Throw him into a pit of venomous snakes that will bite him to death. Force him to drink strong poison. Put him in a cage with dangerous lions and let them devour him. Bind him to a rock and hurl him from the peak of a mountain into the ocean to drown. Crush him with an onslaught of massive boulders. Boulders. Stones. But each and every time the Lord was protecting Prahlad. None of the weapons, none of the beasts could harm him. When they hurled Prahlad down from the rock, then the Lord came himself and caught him, so he became like a feather. So that he became like a feather, and the Lord gently placed him on the shore. Okay, so then Hiranyakashipu tried one more time. So he had very beautiful and powerful sister, Holika. So she had a mystic power that she could enter blazing fire without getting burned. So he asked her, "My dear sister, I failed to kill Prahlad, so now I need your help. Take Prahlad into your arms and enter a big fire. Certainly Prahlad will be destroyed and you will come out untouched." Okay, I will reward you with great, great remuneration. So a huge fire was ignited, and the great, great flames were reaching the sky. So Holika took Prahlad in her arms and entered the fire. So something very mystical happened. The fire didn't touch Prahlad, but Holika, who had protection from the fire, was burned to ashes immediately. So Prahlad came out of the fire and he was chanting the names of the Lord. Mm. So Hiranyakashipu and his whole entourage, they were shocked. They could do nothing about Prahlad. Okay, so the great emperor Hiranyakashipu became really worried. I did everything to kill Prahlad, so all my efforts failed. Okay, so he got very, very special blessing from Brahma, and he was sort of immortal, but now he could understand that something could really harm his immortality. But Chanda and Amaka, they reassured Hiranyakashipu. Oh, our Lord, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, you're the emperor of the whole universe, and Prahlad is just a small child. He's just like a mosquito in front of you. Okay, so we'll just continue to teach your son. You will see. Gradually he'll change. Okay. So Prahlad was again taken by his teachers to back to school. Okay, so again they were trying to teach him politics, economics, and other disciplines. So he was studying together with sons of other demons. So once Shanta and Amarka had to go somewhere, and they told children, "We'll come back very soon." And they appointed Prahlad, the class monitor. "Oh, you look after the children." Okay. So Prahlad Maharaj, immediately after his teachers went away, he started instructing his classmates. "Oh, my friends, oh, sons of the demons, oh, please listen to me. I want to tell you something so that you will become happy all your life, for all your life. So stop your games for a while and listen to me, then you can resume." Okay. So he started instructing his classmates. "Oh, dear boys, from this early age of 5, we should meditate on the Supreme Lord. Yeah, so nothing in this world exists without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. Okay, so we see material nature around, and whose nature is this? This is Krishna's nature. He is supremely powerful, and therefore we have to offer our prayers to him and chant his holy names. So we should begin spiritual life from a very young age. Please don't say, "I will start tomorrow." Okay, so from very, very early age, you have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So the boys were very much impressed, and they said, "Oh, yes, we agree completely. What you're saying is complete truth." Hmm. So then Prahlad continued, "Oh, dear friends, this human form of life is temporary, and the soul within your body is eternal. So every living entity, especially in the human form of life, should engage in the service of Krishna." Okay, so but some leader of the boys, he challenged, "Oh, why should we chant and meditate on the name of Krishna? We're young, we should rather play." And then we have to become expert in making money, arranging for our material comforts like this. Oh, Prahlad Maharaj said, "Oh, these activities will not really bring you happiness. So finally you will die. If not tomorrow, then after some time." Okay, so start now. Start spiritual life now. Mhm. Okay, so uh, if you don't meet death in your early life, if you reach old age, then in old age you will not be able to sit straight and meditate and chant the mantra. Many diseases will. In the old age, you'll have so many difficulties. Understand that this life is meant only to revive your lost relationship with Krishna. Yes, so once a person's consciousness is awakened to the knowledge that his eternal soul, then there's all the other relationships become insignificant. So better give up your plans for material enjoyment and practice bhakti yoga. Become devotees of Krishna. Okay. So we should not waste our time on sense gratification. Why? Because in other species of life, any other species of life than human, sense gratification is available. Okay, so thus Prahlad was instructing his schoolmates. Nowadays, in Kali Yuga, in the Iron Age, people live up to 100 years. So in Golden Age, they used to live 100,000 years, then in Silver Age, 10,000 years, then in Copper Age, 1,000 years, now only 100 years. Anyway, listen carefully then. Okay, so now suppose uh, our lifespan now is very insignificant, only 100 years. So if you live 100 years, then half life is wasted for sleeping. You sleep. Okay, and then 50 years remain. Okay, so from childhood to 20 years, those years go in vain for education, for children's plays, and then education. Okay, then a person becomes expert in a skill that you'll use to maintain yourself, and then you achieve maturity, and well, practically 80 out of 100 years go in vain. Then old age comes and diseases, etc. So only 20 years can be useful. So Prahlad's message became very, very important for the boys. They appreciated it and asked, "What shall we do?" Okay, so Prahlad said, "Don't waste your life making money and achieving material happiness. Okay, chant the names of the Lord, and all of your material troubles will be resolved." Moreover, you will receive causeless love for the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay, oh, the schoolmate said, that's a good idea. Please tell us how we can serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so Prahlad said, first of all, you have to take shelter of lotus feet of bona fide Guru. Mhm. So this will give you intelligence. He will give you spiritual knowledge, and that will give you spiritual intelligence. Okay. So after hearing Prahlad Maharaj, his schoolmates were completely convinced. But they asked him, oh, where have you learned? Where did you learn all these things? He explained that when his mother Kayadu was pregnant with him, mhm, so at that time she was staying in the hermitage of Narada Muni. Okay, so because demigods, they fought against demons and they defeated, so they captured uh, Prahlad's mother and they wanted to kill her, but Narada said, oh, a great saint is within his womb, her womb, so don't kill her. Mm. So Narada Muni gave so many spiritual instructions to Kayadu, Hiranyakashipu's wife, and Prahlad in the womb was listening to the instructions in the womb. Okay, so Prahlad Maharaj finally said to the boys, oh, you have to chant congregationally this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like this. They started singing together. Oh, okay. Mhm. So, okay, you ready, huh? Who is that? Toma? Okay, nice. Hare Krishna. So, yeah, so all the boys started singing, and Hiranyakashipu, the father of Prahlad, heard all the school children singing. Okay. So, now he said that, oh, this Prahlad has spoiled all the school children. He has become so wicked and dangerous. Prahlad, why are you doing this? Okay. Okay, can I continue? Okay, so how come you are all now following Krishna's devotees? Don't you know who I am? I'm Hiranyakashipu, the controller of the whole universe. You have no fear. Do you know that I will kill you? Okay, so he took his sword and wanted to kill Prahlad. Are you not afraid of death? He remembered very well that all of his attempts to kill Prahlad were futile. Where does your strength come from? Who keeps saving you? Very politely, Prahlad answered, "Oh, my dear father, that person who saves me is the same person who saves you and everyone else. That is Supreme Lord Krishna." Where is your Krishna? Where is your Vishnu? Everywhere. My Lord is everywhere. Hmm. Is he in this pillar? Oh, yes. There is no place where he is not present. I don't see him here, but I do see him there, Prahlad said. He's everywhere. Okay. Now I'll test whether your Vishnu is in this pillar or not. I'm going to kill you, and you will see that no one will save you. So Hiranyakashipu picked up his sword and with great anger struck the pillar with his bare fist. At once, from within the pillar, a tumultuous roaring sound was heard. Great, great roar. So Hiranyakashipu looked around and he was thinking, oh, where is that sound coming from? So then from the pillar burst forth the most amazing and wonderful creature. The Supreme Lord appeared there as Lord Nrisimhadev, half man, half lion, the transcendental incarnation of Krishna. Ah, Polo Chalaveka, Polo Lava. And he had the head of a lion, huge, ferocious, and dangerous, and the body of a man, very beautiful and strong. Okay, so he was extremely furious, and roaring very loudly. Flames were coming out of his mane, which was flying in the air and touching the sky. Okay, so it seems like the whole universe was on fire. So Hiranyakashipu was amazed. Who is this? Are you a man or a lion? So then he was trying to attack the wonderful transcendental creature with his club. Okay, so they fought like two giant wrestlers, and they were locking arms in combat like this and rolling from one corner to the other like this. Okay, so Nrisimhadev, Lord Nrisimhadev gave him very special chance, to fight with him, like for his pleasure. Great, great. Okay. Then he grabbed hold of Hiranyakashipu strongly and then loosened his grip and let the demon slip out for some time like this, was playing with him. Okay, so and the demigods were observing and they were afraid that, oh, Hiranyakashipu is immortal and maybe he will not be killed. Okay, so some of them were thinking, oh, Hiranyakashipu will kill the Lord and then they will kill all of us like this. But there was no need to worry because the Lord, Transcendental Lord Nrisimhadev, was playing with Hiranyakashipu like as the eagle Garuda, the carrier of Vishnu, plays with the snakes. Okay, so after resting briefly, Hiranyakashipu took his sword and shield and with great force attacked the Lord again. Lord Nrisimhadev easily captured Hiranyakashipu and took him on his lap. So, with his transcendental nails roaring more ferociously than a lion, he ripped open Hiranyakashipu's stomach with his large nails. Mhm. So then he pulled out all of the demon's intestines and draped them around his neck like a garland. Okay, and blood spattered here and there. So the demon was killed in a moment. So the Lord continued roaring and roaring in anger. Everybody was scared. He was not going to subside his transcendental anger. Okay, so Lord Brahma had given Hiranyakashipu benediction that he would not be killed by any man or any animal. Yeah, but Hiranyakashipu was neither a man nor an Lord Nrisimhadev was not neither man nor animal. He was transcendental Lord, but in the form of half man and half lion. So Lord Brahma gave benediction to Nrisimhadev that he would not be killed in the daytime or nighttime. Okay, but that was dusk, between day and night. Okay, so that's why the devotees on the 17th, we fast all day, but we break fast in the dusk, like 7 o'clock, like this. Yeah, Sumrak. So Yes, and also not any of the 12 months of the year, but that year was that month was a leap month Purushottama. So also Brahma gave blessings to Nrisimha to Hiranyakashipu that he would not be killed outside or inside. Yeah, but he was killed in between, in the doorway. Not on the earth or not in the sky. But he was on the lap of Nrisimhadev, not in the earth, not in the sky. Okay, not by any arrow, club, sword, or any weapon. Yeah, but actually those were transcendental nails of the Supreme Lord, so out of any category. Out of any category. Yeah, yeah. So not by anything living or dead. Yeah, but the Lord is not a living entity and he's not dead also. He's transcendental. Okay. So thus Lord Nrisimhadev respected all the blessings by Brahma also, but he killed Nrisimhadev. He killed Hiranyakashipu. So many demigods, Shiva, Brahma, Lakshmi, they were trying to appease Lord Nrisimhadev, but he was not going to subside his transcendental anger. So finally they turned to Prahlada Maharaj and said, "Oh dear boy, we should go and pacify Nrisimhadev." Smiling, Prahlad gladly ran to the Lord and jumped on his lap. So immediately the wrath of Lord Nrisimhadev subsided and he started caressing Prahlad Maharaj. And with tears in his eyes, he said, "Oh, Prahlad, my dear boy, please excuse me, taking so much time. I wanted to come sooner, but until now I could not come." Okay, so because Lord Brahma promised your father that he could not be killed in any circumstances. So uh, also I wanted to show the world how great your devotion was, so that the world is the witness to your exalted devotion. So Lord Nrisimhadev mercifully said to Prahlad, "Oh, now you should take some benediction from me." Okay, but Prahlad said, "Oh, I'm refusing. I don't want anything. Uh, I don't want liberation. I don't want even to go to Vaikuntha, spiritual sky." But the Lord was uh, asking Prahlad, "Oh, just for my sake, you have to take some benediction. Please take some benediction." Oh, if you want to give me a boon, I request you to remove any worldly desires that I may have. Nrisimhadev smiled and said, "Oh, you have no material desires. You ask about something else." Then Prahlad asked for his father. "Oh, my father performed so many heinous atrocities. Oh, please liberate him from the sinful reactions for that." And so Lord Nrisimhadev said, "Oh, don't worry, because he has already been liberated. Since you are a pure devotee, you have liberated 21 generations of your predecessors, of your ancestors. So this is for pure devotees, 21 generations liberated. Then for medium class devotees, 14 generations liberated before and after. For a neophyte devotee who has bona fide guru and chants the holy name sincerely, then 7 generations before and after are liberated. Okay, so Prahlad said, "Oh, I know that I'm so dear to you, so if you're pleased, then I want to ask you to please liberate everyone in this material universe." I know that so many people, so many living entities suffer here. But I'm ready to take the sinful reactions on my head. I'm ready to stay even in hell for their sinful reactions, but please be merciful and liberate them all the living entities in the universe. Okay, so then Nrisimhadev answered Prahlad, "O Prahlad, you have indeed purchased me. Now I'm completely yours." Okay, but I cannot. Um, I can give you this benediction that those who hear this narration and tell others this pastime will be easily liberated. So this final benediction of the Lord um, is given to all who are listening to this story of Prahlada Maharaja and Nrisimhadev. So we're very, very lucky we heard the story of Nrisimhadev today. So on the 17th, next Friday, isn't it? There will be, yeah, there will be Nrisimha Caturdasi, the day of the appearance of Nrisimhadev. So on this very day, many, many millions years ago, he appeared from that pillar, as we heard in the story. So on this day, you please meet and hear and chant and glorify Lord Nrisimhadev. Okay, and then you can again hear this pastime of Nrisimhadev and Prahlad, and then chant and then take Ekadashi Prasad. Okay. So it's very, very beneficial because Lord Nrisimhadev protects us. It's protective incarnation of Krishna. Okay, in this material world there are so many dangers, and Nrisimhadev protects us from those dangers. He's very, very, very loving and merciful. Okay, so I was very happy to share this story with you today. Okay, dragi prijatelji of Serbia. Yes, I can see them. All right, so Shri Nrisimhadev ki jai, Bhakta Pravarshi Prahlada Maharaja ki jai. So all best wishes to you, and meet again on the 17th and discuss the story again. Okay, Hare Krishna, thank you. Dandavad. All right, so I'm very far away, and the time difference is now 5 hours with you, and it will be 6 and 7 very soon. So next time we will meet, I don't know exactly when, sometime we'll, we'll discuss and decide. So say something, hey, translation. Okay, and now in Krasnoyarsk it's nearly 10 o'clock p.m., so Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay, thanks. I was very glad to meet you. Okay, laku noć i vidimo se uskoro. Hare Krishna.